Hey guys, we're back with another episode of Majority Rules. This week it's just me and Pasquale. We're holding it down. This week we got a special theme lined up. It's a kind of sort of like a guideline to help anybody that's never really thrown a backyard party before. Maybe like on a much grander scale block party. We're gonna break it down. What you should and shouldn't do, how to manage it, what are the essentials that you need to have.
Especially nowadays, you're only going to be throwing backyard parties. So,
Yeah, block parties are on hold for a while, but if you end up trying to throw something on a grander scale, we'll help you out. It's pretty much the same guideline we're going to give you for a little backyard party, but just enlarge it a little bit. So everything that we tell you what to do, just get a little bit more of it. So what's good, Pasquale?
no, man, just working. So right into it.
We've thrown a lot of parties in our lives. We've attended a lot of parties in our lives. I think we know a thing or two about what's important and what isn't at this point of our lives.
Obviously, the essentials of drinks, food, people, music, and we all know that. But can't just start fucking throwing everything in there and not know, like, what to get or how to do it. Like, you can't go there and have fucking 2 boxes of pizza.
No, but look, when push comes to shove, honestly, I think some people are born to host and some people are not.
100%.
So now, we did a poll last week on our Instagram account, and the percentage of people that would rather just attend a party and not host a party, it was 60-40 in favor of people just showing up. So,
yeah, but you got to remember something. If you going to a party, all you got to do is show up. Literally.
More or less.
Like, if you go...
That's it. Well, I mean, that's one of the things we're going to get into, a little bit of party etiquette. Do you come with nothing or do you come with something?
Never, ever show up anywhere, whether it's fucking going to a backyard party, block party. I mean, if you're going to your boy's house to chill, you still bring a couple of beers. If you
even a pool party, you got to bring your own towel.
You got to bring something. Do not be that guy. Even if they say we got towels, bring your own shit. All right?
Bring your own shit.
All right,
so we're gonna get right into it.
Let me just ask you real quick: are you a hoster or an attender?
I've done a bit of both. I do enjoy hosting, but sometimes you get like disconnected from everyone because playing host, I find myself trying to engage with every single person in the party, and depending on the size of the party, it usually breaks into like cliques of people hanging out.
Yeah.
So now you're trying to engage with everybody, as opposed to when I'm just attending a party. I don't give a shit about talking to everybody. I want to have a good time with who's here and who I want to associate with. But when you're hosting, you want to make sure everybody's having a good time. So it kind of takes away from your own enjoyment of the party.
Yeah, I agree. And especially when you host a party, you got to be 100% like ready to go back inside, get something. I'm missing this. I'm missing that. Let me get this. Do you have this? You have to make sure you have everything.
It's a commitment to everybody that's here. Well, that's one of the things I wanted to get into. Like, sometimes when you have things like that, if you have a good core of friends around you, sometimes it's easier to start divvying out jobs for everyone. Like, all right, you're coming over, Pasquale. All right, you're going to be in charge of like cooking barbecuing because you're the man behind the grill, and you take care of that, and I take care of you. You never have an empty cup. The music is always playing whatever fucking song you want to hear, and whatever girl I want to send you your way, give her a hot dog and fucking
move on. Yeah.
Talk to her, flirt, whatever you want to do. But,
the block
give everybody a little bit of a job to lighten the load off of your own back a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but like when you either attend or host a backyard party, I mean, obviously you're gonna have 10 to 15 people, maybe sometimes more. It's usually, all right, guys, just bring whatever you want to drink, right? So now when you go to a backyard party, it's I got food, you bring what you want to drink.
Yeah.
Right? About 90% of the time.
But also, you can't be selfish. Like if you're gonna say I only drink Corona, don't just come with a 6-pack. Buy like an 18-pack.
Yeah, exactly.
So everybody has all right. So one of the main questions I want to ask is like, what are the most essential things that you have to have at a backyard party?
Backyard party?
Even if you're telling people to bring alcohol, you still have to have like a starter pack yourself. Like I think people don't think that, if they're not used to hosting, that you're not going to really spend any money, but you are going to spend money, and you may actually like take a hit doing these parties. You know what I mean? 100%. But I think some people don't realize that, and I think you have to anticipate that to have a good time at this party, you're going to have to spend some money, especially if there are certain things that you don't already have that you have to get your hands on. It's going to cost you a little bit.
100%. So if you're going to throw a party, you're going to spend money. It's not, you can't throw a cheap party, right?
I think some people might not know that.
No. So
and it's a shock to them when they're like, holy shit, how much money am I spending on this party?
I honestly had people over my backyard a few weeks ago, right? So Richie was my right-hand guy. Right. So we went out to the store. I got we were gonna barbecue, and then we got way too hot. So we were like, yo, fuck the barbecue. I'm not turning on the grill. We'll order some food. So I went out. We went to Key Food or wherever we went. I got pink lemonade. Boom. And I had a bottle of vodka already at my house. I got 2 or 3 cases of White Claws, right? Okay. And then I got those frozen alcohol pops, right?
Ooh, mix it up.
I got a bunch of chips and dips just to hang out, munch, whatever. Right. And then, like, the boys who came over, they were like, yo, I was like, just bring whatever you want to drink. I got Claws, I got pink lemonade, whatever. But, yo, who brought two fucking 12 packs of Corona? Who brought High Noons? Who brought fucking... You would think, like, there was 45 people back there. You know what I mean?
But like... The biggest thing is, all right, so we'll establish that drinks, number one, is probably the most essential thing to the party. Have to have drinks at the party.
Oh, right? Drinks. Yeah, 100% drinks.
So now, I mean, things were a little different when we were younger. The variety of shit out there between beer, liquor, mixed drinks, fucking IPAs, these frozen things, like, there's so many different options. I mean, it's good because everybody's going to drink what they like, basically.
The most essential shit, drinks. Whatever fucking drink it is, whether it's alcohol, fucking water, whatever you need. Even soda. Yeah, soda, whatever, because some people are going to come, I'm not drinking.
Right.
You need
waters,
food.
Have waters.
Yeah, you need waters, 100%. You need food. Because if you don't have food, people are just going to get fucking hammered.
Yeah, and now how important... I'm going to say that food is important. But how important? Like, sometimes people don't care what it is. You know, you can make 400 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
That's what I'm saying.
And they're going to eat it.
It doesn't matter what you have as long as you have food.
Yeah.
It can be pizza. Something. You can barbecue. You can have fucking slices of cheese.
Yeah.
With slice bread next to it. You know what I'm trying to say? Something you need to put in your system.
Yeah, especially if it's an early party. You know, you kind of have to have the mindset that this is a marathon and not much of a race. So, like, if you're going to be drinking from 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon till whenever everybody feels like going home, you are at some point going to have to eat. And now that's how you lose people at your party if you don't have food going around.
Yeah, I mean,
people are going to start to leave to eat, and they say they're coming back, and they don't come back.
Yeah, 100%. Music, definitely music.
Yeah, right. So now,
it's usually
there's usually plenty of, like, if you don't already have one, you should probably invest in one of those Bluetooth speakers, one of those outdoor ones.
Oh, sorry.
There's so many different kinds you can buy, like the one that Chris and Ronnie used to have, that giant boombox from that fucking, it looked like it was from Do the Right Thing. We used to plug the iPod in the middle. That was a real sick radio. Yeah, and shit like that, when people show up and they see it, they're like, oh man, that's a sick radio. These kids know how to party.
And you know, like if you go into the Ryans, you know the party's dope.
Yeah.
It's always pop.
It's always a surplus of beer, well, alcohol, food, and games.
And
girls. So like, it hits all the essentials, and you always have a good time because you eat well and you drink, and the atmosphere is good.
So I'm gonna shout out a couple of people that always throw dope parties for the last couple of years. We got the Ryans.
The Ryans.
We got the Maras.
The Maras.
Tom and Danny always throwing pop-off parties. They got fucking, what is it? Marapalooza.
That was a good one.
Yeah, those are the people that popped up in my head just now. But yeah, I mean, the games, I mean, you could have a fucking table, you red cups, and it's golden. You have pong balls.
Well, that's another thing. You know, if you're a first-time host, you need tables for beer pong, flip cup, all the other drinking games that involve cups. If you're having like a smaller party, maybe you want to sit everybody around the table and play Kings with the cards and shit like that.
Yo, you know what I didn't...
Fucking Cards Against Humanity and get wrecked or something.
You know what I didn't know was important, and people always fucking ask for it, and it's literally the smallest thing you never think of.
What?
Take a wild guess.
Ice?
No. Fucking straws.
Yo.
Straws.
Yo, you know what? I prefer drinking out of a straw.
People, you got straws?
Yeah.
This ain't fucking McDonald's. I don't have straws. I don't have a box of straws sitting in my house.
Yeah.
But yo, it's legit. Like people always, you got straws. Like they don't want to drink out of the red cups or the bottle or whatever the fuck they're drinking out of. They always want straws. Sick.
Now, look, when we were younger, the party scene was a little different. So like, it more or less was, if you're talking to a girl and you invite her over, because the next essential thing is you got to have girls at your party, no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what. You need to have a nice ratio of guys and girls, or else it's just an awkward party.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to have a nice dynamic where everybody's mingling and getting along and blah, blah, blah.
You got to remember something. You invite a girl now, right? I mean, back then. She wasn't coming alone.
No, that was the thing that was crazy.
No way.
They never wanted to come along when we
never. They're always going
from our fucking teens to our early mid-20s. Like they came. Can
I bring my
waves? Right.
So
even if we were going out together, she's still gonna come with all her friends.
100%. So that they weren't traveling alone.
I can pawn her friends off to my friends, and everybody can hang out.
Nowadays, totally different. You invite a girl somewhere, she's come by herself.
She's coming for you, and that's it.
That's it.
And it changes the entire dynamic of the party. So now, one of the other things I wanted to get into was that's one of the differences between the parties we threw back then to the parties that we have now. Where back then, it was more about head count and girls. And like the rest of it would all work itself out. It was more like, I don't give a fuck the size of my backyard. I want to pack 200 people here. And we're gonna make it happen.
100%.
And no one cared. Because
you gotta remember something. If I invited you to my party, right, you would just turn around and be like, "Yo," or another kid would be like, "Yo, Sean, what are you doing this weekend?" "Oh, I'm going to my boy Pasquale's house." "Oh, yeah, come." "All right, no doubt." You didn't need the invite to go to someone's house back then. Now it's like, "Yo, where you going?" Going to my boy Pasquale's house. I would invite you, but it's not my backyard. It's not my party.
Yeah, like he don't know you and shit.
He don't know you. You know what I mean?
It might be a little
it was like, yo, this is my fucking boy. What up, bro? There's beers in the cooler, whatever the fuck it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you got to remember, like, back then it was invite your friends, come, bring girls, whatever the fuck you want to do. Now it's like I invite people. It's like, yo, I'm trying to keep it small. My neighbor's a fucking dickhead. I got like 25 people coming, maxed out, done.
Yeah.
As people leave, you might shoot a text like, yo, why don't you come by a little?
Yeah.
Can I bring my brother? Nah.
Nah.
Can I bring my sister? Sure.
It's a different times, you know what I mean?
Well, you know what's crazy? Like, when I used to throw parties back in Staten Island, so, like, here, yo, bring whatever you want to drink. When I used to do it in Staten Island, it was like, I got 2 kegs in the basement, right? You come in, there's some food, you give me $10. So it's like $10 a head,
And
right?
do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want. Come and you can
drink.
bro, because Staten Island backyards are fucking huge.
Yeah,
and my boy's house, that I used to fucking hang out. We used to do the basement, which was completely empty, and then they had the backyard leading right to the backyard. So anytime we threw a party, we would cover the backyard with a tent, right? With the fucking the doors on the side of it, so it was like an indoor tent.
Oh, sick.
No matter what weather it was, rain, fucking snow, we would have it. And they'd be like, all right, you come in, $10, $15 a piece. You come in, side the back, the back door would be locked, so you can only come through the house. So there was no sneaking in. We had a kid at the door, $10 a piece. Doorbell rang. How you doing? Give me $10. Be gone.
Sick.
When you get wrecked, go home.
Yeah, see it.
But we never used to even make money on them. We used to just break even half.
No, well, you got to think about it in the sense that money is for emergencies to break even with what we just spent.
Yeah.
And in case you're running out of something, you have funds to go replenish it. If we're running out of pizza or 6-foot heroes or barbecue burgers or beers or whatever, if you're running low, you can send one of our minions to the store and go get it. If you run out of ice, because that's another thing that you have to have a lot of at these things. Never run out of ice. Keep everything on ice.
In 1 year, we had, my birthday was in May, his birthday's in June. We threw a toga party in between both of our birthdays.
So that's another thing that's important. If you want to throw a theme, work. People show up to themes.
Honestly, I love theme parties. Dope.
They work.
Dope.
People show up. Whatever theme you want.
Whatever you want to do. You want to do a toga party, you want to do a fucking 90s party, you want to do 80s party, whatever you want to do.
A Jersey party.
Jersey. Look, DJs, for instance. I know it's a club, but people love going to fucking theme night over there.
Exactly. They show up for theme nights.
You know what? Me and Ronnie.
I hate that place, but I like theme nights.
Me and Ronnie were just talking about throwing a toga party for the end of the summer.
Wow.
Oh, fuck yourself 2020 toga party. Straight up. But yeah. I mean, now when you get shit like bigger shit, like if you can throw a block party and you want people to come.
Well, that was one of the things I wanted to get into was
changes completely.
Now,
because now you got to think
about
this.
A block party is almost a backyard party on a much larger scale, right? So now what you were talking about before, like how the Staten Island backyards were much bigger and whatever, when does it call for ordering kegs as opposed to picking up 18, 20, 30 6-packs of beer,
So here's what we
when is it a good idea to get a keg? Because you don't want to get left with leftover beer the next day.
So if you're at a block party, you're always going to want to have at least one keg plus some cans.
Plus the rest of other
things. You're going to have games going on. Either you use the keg for the games or the can for the game. You don't want to just use one thing
for everything.
Because then it'll be fucking empty within,
Yeah, it goes.
Especially because block parties, you're starting at 12 o'clock.
And people just stroll down and oh my God. You run into people and then they just hang out.
No matter what happens at a block party, you can invite 15 people. You're going to end up with 150.
It just happens.
Because once they hear the music, it goes.
Yeah.
So now, if it's your block, you got to consider this. They're going to use your bathroom.
Yep.
Right? So if you invite fucking 25 people, that's 25 people taking a piss, throwing up on your fucking seat, taking a shit, whatever you got to do. Right? Or if you're smart, like Pete did a couple years ago, we all chipped in. We had food, drinks, and he rented a porta potty.
Which is clutch.
Which is fucking mint because it was right in front of his house. He didn't have to worry about it. Everyone took a shit, pissed, threw up. Literally people.
See now that right there is like a veteran party throwing maneuver.
Yeah,
saying, 100%. I am gonna get a porta potty this year.
You're not coming in my house.
Yeah.
Everything's outside.
The line becomes too long for one bathroom.
It's not even that. So now your bathroom
girls can go pee in the house, and the guys go in the porta potty.
But not even that. Your house gets wrecked, bro.
Yeah.
Because once you go in the summer, who's fucking pissing on the?
Who doesn't know how to wash their hands? Or,
who's drunk going into your house breaking shit, which happened.
Yeah. Which happens.
Yeah. And then when you throw a block party, you gotta consider weather. If it's raining,
the things you always got to consider if you're throwing a larger type party, block party, backyard party. We were talking about it before. Know your crowd of who you're inviting and how big it potentially can be, so you don't run out of any of the essential items we talked about earlier.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Weather is a big thing.
Big. Remember John's house fucking last year?
Last year we went to a block party where it was the most humid day of the entire summer.
It was like 100-something degrees. 100-something degrees out.
But now he was smart. He let people use his house
with the air conditioner on.
With the AC. He had a backup plan. He had plenty of ice. He had tents. He had shade. So it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Another good.
On our way there, I was dreading being outside.
Me too. But another smart move if people paid for food, let's say like we all chipped in. Like I forgot what we gave Peter that one year. We all gave what, like $50 or whatever it was, and we got alcohol, food.
Yeah.
Porta potty, whatever, the music.
Was that the year he was giving out, trying to give out the bracelets?
It was the bracelets. I was going to say. Yeah. It's good. It is
a good idea
because now, you pay for all this food, and you got random ass people coming.
Yeah, trying to sneak a hot dog, like.
They're taking food, they're taking drinks, they're not fucking, they're not paying for anything, and they're just rubbing off of it, and then their friends come. Because you're going to a block party, you ain't coming by yourself. You squad deep it.
Yeah, well, the younger versions of ourselves used to go, and, like, if we heard there was a block party somewhere, we huddled up and we went.
Yeah, but we never went empty-handed, ever.
No.
Never went empty-handed.
No, but I'm saying we gathered the whole crew.
And then went.
Motivate to that.
100%. Because that's how it was.
That's the way it is. And vice versa. When we were having one, we had all different neighborhoods come and show up to hang out with us. Mm-hmm. So now we had to cater to everyone and make sure everybody had a good time.
Yo, remember that party back in the day at Tom's house with the jungle juice?
Yo, look, I was going to get into this fucking later because it was one of those things I wanted to bring up, like, what were some of the best parties you ever threw? But I mean, I'll get into it now. Whatever. Me and my buddy John, we threw a backyard party at someone else's house. Because he had a giant house and like there was nobody home. So we were like, "Fuck it, we're gonna invite a whole bunch of people." And then my boy John got us we had the clicker, the body count clicker, like that bouncers use.
I remember.
So we were trying to keep track of how many people were showing up. So what we ended up doing was our choice of drink for that night. We went to Costco and a wholesale liquor store, and we made a jungle juice recipe that cost like $200 of alcohol.
You made it in that light blue bin.
I made it in a giant tote, and it was like a fucking movie. We just opened up all the liquor bottles and people were pouring it in.
People were scooping with the glass.
And then we put it in the fruit punch and Sprite and like snaps and all kinds of shit in there. Then came all the fruit. And we made it the night before we went to bed. So we let it sit in there all night and soak it up and mix or whatever. So the next morning we woke up, we mixed it around a little more, we cut up some more fruit, sprinkled it in there. We got our solo cups. That's another important thing. Always make sure you have
cups.
Solo cups for days.
And make sure they're the good ones, the sturdy ones, not that.
So I think we were charging people like $5 at the door. We had some food, I think, in the basement. We gave people access to the basement because that house had a giant like man cave setting. We had couches everywhere. We had an arcade machine. We had a bar in the back. Like the basement was set up, and he had a giant backyard. There had to be like 150 people there that were taking their solo cup and just dipping it in a tote. And these kids were fucked up. I kept telling everyone, be careful, it's going to creep on you. Don't eat the fruit. And, like, to this day, that party had to be, like, more than 10 years ago. And people were telling me stories that they, like, passed out in a bush because they were so drunk. Like, nobody knew what happened to them. It was, like, some of them were saying it was, like, one of the craziest parties they've ever attended. I had people showing up from, like, other states that were like, oh, I saw you guys posted on Facebook, so we decided to come through. We were like, what? How did you know about this party?
I think I froze or you froze, but I got the end of that. But that's for the people anyway because I was there. I know the story.
Yeah.
But my party that I threw in Staten Island, I was just talking about, it was either the toga party or a Halloween party that we threw, and it got so fucking wild. I'm pretty sure it was a toga party, bro. People were coming in straight fucking Power Ranger bed sheets, anything they could find, and wrapped it around. Came to the house. Girls were half naked, bro. It was wild.
It does get wild.
So like I said, like the whole gate was closed. Everything was set up, ready to go. I had fucking decorations everywhere. We went all out for this, right? Bro, it got so wild. Fucking, I don't know how many people there. 100 people. Bro, crazy. To the point where we went to the shore, right? We went to Wildwood, actually. Like fucking 6 months later, right? I think it was after prom for one of the schools in Staten Island. We get there, and everyone's having a good fucking time. And like these two kids came up to me and my boy, and they were like, "Oh shit!" We're like, "What?" They're like, "Yo, we were at that toga party fucking couple months ago. That shit was hot." I was like, "No fucking way!" And these two kids fucking remember us that we threw that toga party, bro. The thing was sick.
Yeah. Ours was funny because there used to be a church on this kid's block, and that same night we threw that party, something happened. There was an accident. The church went on fire.
You talk about the house on Bedford, right? That's where it was?
No, it was on. It was close to Bedford.
Close
to Bedford. It was in Sheepshead, East 23rd.
So
Z. So this is all right. So the theme stuff is where I don't know, for some reason stuff just happens. Like the theme parties, or like when you have a thing that stands out, they usually end up being like one of the crazier parties for whatever reason, whether it's the Jungle Juice or a toga party or
you know what's a classic
massive kegs
move? Vodka and pink lemonade. Simple.
Yo, it's our money. It's one of our money makers. But
simple.
No, the thing that makes that shit good with us is because these kids that know how to make it with us, that we're referring to, they put it in the Gatorade sideline jug
with the one little one with the fucking button,
with the nozzle at the bottom.
Yeah.
For some reason, it just comes out so much better in that thing, as opposed to,
you know what it is. The trick is,
bro.
It might sound fucking stupid, but the trick is you can't make it too strong. You got to make it where it's like a hint.
You
hint of vodka.
Just taste the hint of vodka,
because then you can drink it. And then you can drink it.
It becomes enjoyable. It's a summer drink. Some people are not beer people, especially a lot of girls. They don't like beer.
You know what's big too? Jello shots. Bitches love Jello shots.
But that's one of those things that, as a guest, don't come empty-handed. Make sure that somebody brings those if you don't make them yourself.
Yeah, you know what's sick? I seen a video. I wanted to try ever since I seen it. You know how you usually put the Jello shot in like one of those McDonald's fucking ketchup cups, right?
Yeah.
I seen a guy take a strawberry, right? Cut the bottom off to make it flat so it could stand. Yeah. Right? Cuts the top a little. Takes like this little spoon, scoops it out. Then pours the Jello in there, puts it on a tray, and makes it fucking form into Jello, right? And you can just eat the whole fucking thing.
Oh, wow. That's pretty
dope,
cool,
bro. Dope.
See, that's the kind of shit that'll make you have a really successful party.
You know what I'm saying?
That, like now, people talk about when they go, "Yo, were you at that party when that guy had the fucking strawberry
Jello shots?" Yeah, sick.
I was fucked up.
Yo, so like now you're telling me you take a fucking strawberry, right, and you put watermelon Jello inside or blueberry Jello, whatever fuck the blue one is. Bro, shit, you know how good that's gonna be? I gotta try it.
Put it on the list. Put it on the list. So now, what were some of the other things? Oh. If you're having a block party where you have the space now, you should probably make some phone calls. Try to invest in some of the funner things, like maybe try to get a dunk tank in front of your house. It just attracts people. Volleyball net, maybe a basketball hoop.
Classic. You got Can Jam. Classic
Can Jam.
You got Cornhole.
Cornhole, which I forgot what I was watching the other day, but it was like one of those. I don't know, a TV show on Netflix, like one of those dating things with a rom-com type of thing. And like in one of the episodes, they were playing cornhole. And I was like, that's it. This game is now global. It was only a couple years ago that I discovered the game with our friends, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
They got tournaments on ESPN.
Now it's like, it's like a legitimate league. It's on the Ocho.
What about a couple years ago? We had Spike Ball. Remember CJ brought the Spike Ball game when it first came out?
Yes.
Bro, that shit is crazy.
It is crazy. Or even, I went to a 4th of July party one year in Mill Basin. I don't even know who he was because he was like the rapper of the week or some shit. He had a one-hit wonder and he disappeared. But this kid had him in his backyard performing that one song. I don't know how much money it cost him, but that kid had some money. So, but it's shit like that. If you got the money, fuck it, get a rapper to come. I will never forget that party because a rapper came midway through. The DJ was like, "All right, I'm gonna take a short break," and like a goon squad walked in the backyard. We were like, "Who the fuck is this?" And then the beat dropped and the song played, and we were just all in shock. Like, holy shit. This rapper coming to his backyard.
There's some parties that you went to, you'll never forget. Like, it's sick, But there's also parties that you go into, and it's like, wow, this shit is whack. Let's get the fuck out of here.
If you got no girls, if you got no fun personalities where just a couple of people sitting around in a circle in the backyard.
Like sometimes
towards the end of the night, that's fine. But if that's the kind of party you're trying to throw, then by all means do that. But
what's that other game they play? What is that? Thumper?
Don't.
When they fucking
don't
fucking whatever they do.
Send invites out as if it's going to be a giant party, and then it's not. Which, I mean, it may happen. Maybe some people are going to cancel. Some people are going to flake. But you still got to keep a high energy vibe, and people will enjoy themselves. If the host looks like he's miserable or bored, then everyone else is going to suddenly get bored and leave. It's just the way it goes. That's why playing host sometimes sucks a little bit because you got to indulge everyone and make sure that they're all having a good time.
And you got to pace yourself even more. Like, you can't just
you can't be sloppy drunk at your own party.
Like when I had the people over my backyard, I stopped drinking mad early. Like I had to. Because I knew if I kept drinking, I was either going to pass out or,
You got to pay attention. Oh, one of the other things, it's clutch if you have the space, like, probably better off for a block party. You could get one for a backyard party if you really want to, but those fucking ice blocks for the shots.
Yeah.
Such a great idea.
Must.
But there's a lot of stuff that I didn't take into consideration that Chris told me about. He's like one of the kings of throwing parties between all of us as friends. First of all, you got to bring a towel with you when you go pick up the ice block because they basically just hand you an ice block.
It's legit just an ice block. Yeah. And then, like, they carve it for you, and you always got to carve it even more because they
give you a shit line. You got to make the line better for the shots.
Bro, how about this? They gave us for John's block party. Well, they gave John. Right, they gave him this fucking ice cube that was this ice, whatever you want to call it. It was fucking melting. I mean, it was also 200 degrees out.
Yeah.
So we literally took this thing and threw it into a cooler just to keep it fucking from melting.
What a disaster.
And
that's the other thing that some people I didn't know until I asked Chris about it. It doesn't come with a stand to set it up. You have to figure that shit out on your own.
Yeah, you got to build it.
That's why I remember Tommy and Danny threw a party, and they're not like exactly walking distance from Chris's house, but they went to Chris's, picked up the stand, and drove holding it on the roof because they had no hitch or whatever. I think it was the party that they threw where they put the pickup truck in the backyard.
I was just going to bring that up.
That was a sick idea, man.
You walk into the backyard. They had the pickup with a tarp inside, like a pool tarp, and they had a bunch of ice. And they were like, "Yo, if you got drinks, throw it right in the fucking back of the pickup." And you just grab one.
The back of the pickup truck was filled to the brim with alcohol.
Filled to the brim.
That was another party that I've never seen anything quite like that before.
So dope.
It was dope. It was a dope idea because all the drinks are right there in front of your eyes. 100%. So if you're running low, we knew like to make a call.
Yo, you know what I fucked up on when I had people over my house like 2 weeks ago? I actually did it twice.
What?
Not realizing now you're fucking sanitation. I'm throwing everything in the same garbage, right? All fucking night. Cans, food, everything. The next morning, hungover, I'm like, fuck. So I literally had to open like 4 bags and separate.
Everything.
Bro, it was so annoying. So do yourself a favor, have to do 2 different garbage cans.
Well, that's what Chris does. He puts everything in black bags, though.
Yeah, I know. But yo, you don't
You
realize
can't see in there.
You don't realize how important coolers are.
Yeah.
Like you can't have one cooler.
No,
it's just not gonna work.
Or have something cool like Chris got, and
He's got the refrigerator in the back.
He's got a refrigerator outside in his backyard, which is cool.
Yeah.
Cool idea. Very cool idea.
Yeah, I'm all for theme parties, Halloween parties.
Costume parties, even if it's just like, even if it's a summer costume party, dress as your favorite TV show. Boom.
Yeah.
People will show up and people will love it.
I haven't been to a good party in a while.
It's nice if you have a pool. Now you have a swimming pool party.
Swimming pool party.
I know.
Even if you got a blow up pool nowadays, bro, it works.
Yeah. People just love pool parties. But even in those situations we were talking about before, don't come empty-handed. Bring your own towel.
Yeah, here's the rule. I said it to you. I said it before. Never come empty-handed. Whether you're going to your boy's house, a backyard stranger's house, bring a fucking tray of cookies, even if they're chips or bring something. You look like the jerk off. You're gonna be that guy. Wow, this guy came with nothing, got wrecked, ate all the food, went home. Bring something.
I agree. I think that's the one rule we can rule on for sure today.
100%. Bring something.
Bring something.
Oh, let's take a pause on this. Can you show everyone what the fuck you got in your hand?
Yeah, we got a gavel this year. So now we can really rule on some shit.
Oh man!
I can't wait for us to have like an actual studio when this is all over together in the same room.
Yeah, I'm gonna
have a round table. We're gonna have a whole different thing set up.
I gotta have my judge's robe. I want to buy that white wig.
I'm gonna have my briefcase with my attorney gear on.
I want to buy the white wig, like with the curls.
Yeah, I'm gonna order one.
Yeah.
And we can change who's the judge week to week.
Yeah. We'll play dress up.
All right. So one of the other things I wanted to debate on was when throwing these kinds of parties. Are you more inclined to say day party or night party now?
Now or just in general?
Well, in general, like, are you more of a day drinking or a night guy?
100% day drinking.
Yeah, right? I agree.
Because you got to remember something. If you start at night, let's just say you're going out. Like we used to go at 10 o'clock, right? Bro, you start getting a few drinks and you start feeling tipsy. Right now, it's already 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, there's no second half of the day.
Day party, right? If it's like come to my house a few hours, we'll hang out, drink, and then you can go home. Unless it's a day party that's going into night, totally different. But
it could.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the day you go out to, let's say, a beer garden, or you go to your boy's house, whatever it is, you're at the house, right? You're like, yo, we'll hang out here, then we'll go out at night. I'm not talking, this is pre-corona.
Yeah.
Go to your boy's house. We used to go around, the Ryans. We used to go fucking get wrecked, 6 o'clock, go home, take a shower, take a nap, get back up, and go back out. Now we're going out. Good about day parties. Now, you're starting day drinking, 1, 2 o'clock. You're going all night.
Well, we try to.
Yeah, try. That's
the difference is now.
But
I think it's easier now to get our friends to show up for day parties instead of night parties because who's married now? Who has kids now?
Who's got work the next day?
Like, it's very hard to line up everybody's schedules. Day parties are much easier to get everybody to show up because, all right, they have somebody watch their kids during the day, and then when they go home, they go take over the reins 100%. At night. And then those of us that want to hang out at night, at least we saw our friends during the day, and we could do something else later on. You know what I mean?
I'm definitely a day drinker. I love day drinking.
Me too. Definitely a day drinking guy.
Yeah.
Because it leaves the door open for more room to do something else in case, or just stay where I'm at because I'm having a good time.
100%.
And night party, you're more locked into this event.
But now, even if you have, let's say you have fucking dinner plans at night, come, get wrecked,
Take a
home,
nap.
take a shower. Yeah, go home, take a shower, go out.
Yeah.
Because you're always going to go to dinner.
I've learned the midday formula is in a situation like that. If you came back from a backyard party or something, you're getting ready to go out to dinner, have an espresso martini.
All day. Oh no. Oof. No.
If you want to keep the drinking going, but you also want to pick me up that's like a coffee, I learned from quite a few people. Drink an espresso martini and then go right back.
How about this? I can drink espresso all day long. I cannot drink an espresso martini.
I think they're delicious.
I don't know. Maybe
it's not my go-to drink.
Maybe I only had a few sips of it, but I can't fuck with it.
I mean, it's like coffee with alcohol in it. It worked.
I don't know. Maybe
I felt like I was on the verge of crashing. I actually was pounding espresso martinis at John's bachelor party when we were in Atlantic City. We went to the day party, the pool party, and then we went to dinner. But before we sat to eat dinner, me and Feds went to the bar because they told us it was going to be a while before we had a table.
And you were drinking.
And we were drinking espresso martinis in between. Ate dinner, came back to the room, showered, got ready for the club, and went out. And I felt like $1 million. No nap.
No nap until you ended up in the bathtub.
Yeah. Well, that was too long of a day for me. See, when I got to the point, that's how you know how the level of old that I am. That the nightclub, I was just over it, the atmosphere, and I much rather went back to the room, and I turned it into a jacuzzi, and I smoked a cigar in the tub by myself with music.
Like my favorite thing to do in the summer, if it's possible, pool party.
Yeah.
Bro, because you're in the water, you're nice and cool, and you can just get wrecked. And then,
I had this debate with some of my other friends earlier today that much rather go to a pool party than a beach.
Oh, me too. I haven't been to the beach once this year. I really don't plan on going because I really don't like the beach.
Nah, me either, man. I'm not a sand guy. I don't like the sand.
Me neither.
And then Brooklyn's beaches are fucking gross, and it's like I don't want to travel that far just for a simple thing like the beach.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, I can't sit there and just sit in the chair.
Me either. Just sit there. There's nothing. There's nothing to do.
I start getting like fucking my ADD keeps kicking in.
Yeah.
Like, yo, throw the ball. Let's throw the ball around.
Yeah. Like the simplest games are like so much more fun for certain people.
Yeah.
Just because you're on the beach, like they throw a football from A to B, and that's like the most exciting thing ever because you're on the beach now.
Yeah, you want to dive, you want to do this, but
yeah.
Totally. Drinking on the beach is fun.
It's fun because it's only fun because it takes so much less to get fucked up.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Back to the parties.
Yeah.
If you're gonna throw one, just know something's gonna go wrong. It's either something's gonna break, something's gonna spill. If you're in your house, someone's gonna either get into an argument or fight. Something. Speaker might break on you.
I mean, the percentage of parties that we've been through the years, that I haven't seen that many fights, but it does happen.
It does happen.
But a word of advice to people like that, I would say, you gotta keep your composure because if the host freaks out, that's when everybody leaves. They go, "Okay,
I'm talking about
I'm gonna go."
More a block party where you see fights. Another important stupid thing, right? If you're going to play music on like a fucking dock or plug it in on a speaker, make sure that shit is charged and make sure the person whose phone is connected doesn't fucking text all day or doesn't get calls every fucking 2 minutes.
No.
And plays good fucking music.
Yeah, look, I mean, if you're using your own shit or you're using your friend's shit, make sure you screen the playlists that they're acceptable for. Well, that's the other thing that comes into play that I said earlier. Knowing your crowd, know what kind of people are going to be there and what mostly everybody would like to listen to or like have at least different genres to go up and down so everybody gets to hear something.
If you're going to play Pandora, just fucking hit shuffle and let it play.
Yeah. People don't forget Like that's one of those things that for example, if you go to a wedding or a backyard party or something like that, they remember if the music sucks and the food sucks.
Okay, if we're gonna get into weddings,
But I'm saying those are things that always stand out.
100%. I was just gonna say the two most important things is food and music.
Like if there is no food, people remember that shit.
Like no one's gonna go to fuck. Oh my god, did you see how they decorated that? That thing sucked.
No, nobody cares.
No one gives a fuck.
They didn't even see it. They don't pay attention. But they do remember if you only served hamburgers or fucking Tostito chips and salsa for 12 hours.
I just want to say one thing, guys. Whoever's listening to this, this might seem like stupid that we're talking about this, but the days that we're having right now that you can only throw a backyard party or attend the backyard party, we're just letting people know if you're gonna throw one, throw one. You know what I'm trying to say? Don't fucking just be like, yeah, come over to my house. Don't
look. But this goes to all things in life. Don't half-ass anything.
Exactly. If you're gonna go big or go home.
Go big or go home. Now look, we took the poll last week, and most people are not hosts, and that's fine because we're not all born to be hosts.
It's not even that. It takes, bro. It takes
a little bit of work to get these things going.
It's a lot.
It is a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
I think there are a lot of people out there that don't realize how much work actually goes into
even if you have
a successful party.
Even if you have 6 people at your backyard, it's a lot of fucking work, bro. You gotta make sure that all the drinks are cold. There's enough food. People having fun. The music's playing. The bathroom, toilet paper.
Yeah.
Fucking
paper towels.
Paper towels. Bro, it's a fucking hassle.
Because
really
through the years, our party size has shrunk because of people getting married and like as we get older, girls don't travel in groups anymore. They come by themselves. Like our circle has shrunk. I no longer need to fill my backyard with 200 people. Now I just want my 10 closest friends. Bring your significant other if you want.
Yeah.
That's more of the vibe that we're on now. But we've been on the other side of the spectrum. We know how to do it if we wanted to. I just choose not to these days because I don't care to hang out with people that I don't really know like that anymore.
We went to our boy's house, into his pool in Jersey, right? We got there, bro. It was literally everyone with their wife or their girl, their kid, and there was like 3 single people there. So it was like we had a great time. We were getting, we were drinking and everything, but the babies were there, which was still fun.
It's just a different vibe.
It's a whole different ball game.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Different vibe.
We were still being us, but with babies.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
It's just down a notch, a little bit, a little bit.
By the way, guys, if you're throwing a backyard party, holler at us, invite me. I'm coming.
If you want us to get it popping, I'll bring the gavel.
I'm out there. Hit us up, invite me. I'm down. I don't come empty-handed.
No, not ever. And if there's anything you think that we missed that you think is kind of important, let us know.
Quickly. Just because we're on the topic with the fucking bringing shit. White Claw, Truly, Corona Seltzers, or if you got another one, throw it in there. Which one do you like the best?
I'm going with the original Claws, baby.
Or, wait, there's High Noons, too.
I'm going with Claws, baby.
Think about Claws.
Claws just keeps growing, bro.
Yes, but wait. So, I kind of started to notice a little difference between them. High Noon, whatever you're drinking, straight up tastes like the flavor you're drinking. A little bit too sweet.
Okay.
Right?
I don't even think I've had those yet.
The Bud Light, the Corona Seltzers, delicious.
Yeah, those aren't bad either.
Bro, those are good. You know why?
Yeah.
Because there's like a hint of the flavor, and it's like tastes like more like salsa, but a couple of them and you're feeling.
Yeah.
Truly's a little bit too fucking sweet.
Yeah. So I think sometimes the Trulies have a little bit too much bubbles for me.
Yeah, but White Claw obviously still Number one.
Yeah.
You know who came out with
White Claw paved the way for everyone else, and they perfected the formula, and everyone else is trying to follow.
You know who just came out with a fucking can? Malibu.
Malibu?
Yeah, Malibu with a fucking
Yeah.
They just came out with one.
Maybe they're not bad. They might not be bad.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, they're jumping on a bandwagon of something that kind of makes sense. The only thing that I would maybe have an argument with the clause would be Twisted Teas. I love my day drinking Twisted Teas.
Bro, me and Richie, every time we go to the fucking beer distributor, it's like, yo, grab a pack. Half and half, though.
Yeah, half and half, raspberry or regular iced tea's good for me. They all work for me. I'll mix them up.
Yeah.
But day drinking, like, you can't drink scotch on the rocks at a day drinking. It's just not going to work. You're going to be a ball of sweat, and it just doesn't taste as good.
You're gonna be, if you're standing in the sun and you're drinking Jack and Coke, bro, you're going to get wrecked
it's a bad
in an
look.
hour and a half, and then you're going home.
It's a bad look.
When you're like, even beer, when you're drinking beer, like in a
you get
fucking
bloated and
200-degree weather, bro, it ain't fun.
No, it's not. It's really not.
You need something with some flavor in it. Well, it's pink lemonade, Twisted Tea.
Well, that's why I don't recommend getting a whole keg if you're just having 20 people in your backyard.
No.
Not everybody at this point. That's what I'm saying. Unless you could fill that keg with like black cherry fucking White Claw, that'd be sick.
I'm sure they'll come out with something.
That's the kind of shit you got to think outside the box, which we do, and they'll be talking about that shit for years to come. Like, yo, remember that party we went to? Those guys had fucking White Claw in a keg.
White Claw in a keg. Claw stands, just fucking shit.
Oh shit. All right, I think we got to the point where we're delirious, but I hope we fucking nailed it. If there's anything you think we missed that's important in throwing a party, let us know. Follow us on Instagram.
Quick fucking recap. Music, food, girls. If you're a girl, I guess guys.
Girl to guy ratio.
Yeah.
Make it 50-50.
Yeah, make it 50-50. What I say, food, drinks, people. You got to have tables.
Games. Tables.
You got to have a fucking table. You can't just have a table with food on it. Let's just get that out of the way.
Give people an opportunity to have some sort of fun instead of just handing them a cup and say, here, see you later.
And
beer pong, any type of drinking games, people enjoy themselves.
Have some chairs because people do want to sit down once in a while.
I love sitting down.
Yeah, okay. So, guys, if you're throwing a party, do it the right way. Don't half-ass it.
Don't ever half-ass that shit.
Invite us on Instagram. But, guys, stay safe out there.
If you're going to throw a party while all this shit is still going on, make sure you stay safe. Be careful. Don't spread. What my boy likes to say, he says, spread love, not the virus.
Yeah. So, guys, we'll be back again with another episode soon.
Yeah.
But like I said, we say this all the time.
Give a little sneak peek. I think the next episode we're going to do is going to be about the fear of missing out and that kind of personality that sticks with people with certain things and events, and how that was different like 10 years ago, how the fear of missing out versus like what's going on now, and how it's going to actually kind of come back maybe once everything opens up, because now people feel like they've missed a whole year of their lives. So now they want to go back out, and they don't want to cancel on plans ever again because of the fear of missing out on the next cool thing. But that's just a sneak peek of what's to come. And
guys, hit us up on Instagram. Subscribe to our channel. It's Majority Rules NY on YouTube. We're on iTunes. Oh, here we go. We got our own site. We got our own website. We got our own website now. www.majorityrulesny.com. Check us out there. We have links to all the platforms where you can listen and watch us. So be sure to check us out and follow us for the episodes to come. And a little quick announcement.
Tell them.
T-shirts coming soon.
Oh,
T-shirts
yeah.
coming soon.
Merch, kid. We got merch.
All right, guys. Love you. Peace out.
Later.